Hi guys, it's Chris here again. Just wanted to go into some more detail with you guys for my holiday to Disneyland Paris in May. So I booked it online via their website. I did it so that we are traveling via the Eurotunnel at Eurostar, sorry, from St Pancras and then staying in the Disney hotel in a Superior family room. We also have full board, which includes breakfast, lunch, dinner, and character dinings, which is new. I didn't know that that was included in that, but apparently it is. We got all that, and then we paid extra to get the photo pass so that we can get them to do some photos for us, and so that we don't have to have our phones on us all the time. I mean, I will anyway because I'll be filming this stuff for you guys, but I just wanted to premise that there will be photos that I will be putting on my Blue Sky and my TikTok, I guess, and sending to friends and family members so that they can see the park without going to the park, because my sister loved Disney as much as I did as a kid. My mum took us to Paris, to the two in America. So the only ones I haven't done are the two on the other side, the Tokyo Disney and Disney Japan. I forget the name for the other one. I'm really bad. I forget the name because they're newer to me. We will be doing mainly the main park for while we're there for the 5 days that we're there. 4 nights, 5 days that we're there, because I love the old school rides and the attractions like Phantom Manor and Big Thunder Mountain and stuff like that. I love going in and walking in and seeing Sleeping Beauty's castle, because it was the first castle I ever saw as a kid. Quite literally, I went in the first year of its opening when I was about 4 or 5 years old. So it is really weird that I went in 2023 with my husband for our honeymoon slash just celebration of we're married, we wanted to do Disney. So we stayed in Newport Bay. We went out on the first day of arrival because we weren't allowed to check in yet, because check-in was at a certain time of day. So we had to wait. So we were allowed to, still go into the Disney Village. So that's what we did. And that's where I got my Sorcerer Mickey, my ears, and I got a present for my sister's little girl, which was a little Marie plushie wrapped in a pink blanket, which is cute and got sent straight to her when we got home. I also got a Lumiere and Cogsworth for my other half, because he loves Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast, which is highly hilarious because that's the only character he loves from any Disney. He's not a Disney person, bless him. I'm the Disney nerd in our loving relationship, as is evidenced by the fact I have a full sleeve of Disney. I can't show it in this top because it's covered, but we got this when we went last year. Oh, sorry, not last year, 2023. It's got the Disney 100 on the back and fireworks and everything. I won't take it off because I don't want to get told off on YouTube for it, but this is my jumpery t-shirt thing. I think it's meant to be a jumper, but I wear it as a t-shirt because it's comfortable and warm while wearing it. So we did all that. We had dinner out in the village after checking in, came back, and as we had checked in and come back in after dinner, Pluto was there meeting and greeting people. So I ran, quite literally, to our bedroom, grabbed my autograph book and the pen, literally, and then ran back upstairs to my husband, who was waiting in line for me so I could meet Pluto. And it was a lovely little meet and greet. Whoever was Pluto was really lovely and really fantastic. They played being a dog very well. And Pluto, bless them, I say them because I don't know who, but whoever was Pluto did a very good job at being Pluto. And on his little tag, on the character's little tag, it said Pluto, if found, return to Mickey. And I had my Sorcerer Mickey, so I said to Pluto, I'm returning him to you. And bless the cast member with Pluto was completely confused, went, I don't understand, and went, well, on his tag it says, if found, return him to Mickey. So I'm returning Mickey to him, because clearly he owns Mickey in some fashion or form. Because, cats have carers, dogs have staff, or other way round. I forget which way round that is. But the official date that we went in for our first full day of the park, we went in past, obviously, the hotel, past the village, past the Disney Hotel, off into the side way, which was for early access because we were staying on Disney property. Went through, I got a map because from what I've learned from people on YouTube, grab a map just in case, even though I know it like the back of my hand. I could probably walk around that park without one and be fine. I just wanted one to be safe so that I knew where everything was during their Christmas celebration. Because obviously we went in December and it was all Christmasified. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. Anyway, we walked under the train station, turned the corner, and there was the mice themselves. Mickey and Minnie on the train station on that little lip balcony area, meeting and greeting people. And it was beautiful. They looked absolutely stunning in their outfits. I couldn't tell if they were Christmassy, because even with these on, I couldn't quite tell. But I saw them, I had my ears on, I had my Sorcerer Mickey, and naturally I did the most respectful thing I ever do to any character that I meet. Whenever I meet them, no matter which character it is, hero, villain, whether they're princess, prince, or full character costume, I always make sure I'm respectful and that I bow every time. Because I feel that shows the most respect not only to the character, but the character. If you know, you know. Spoilers for children listening to this. They're not really the people that they appear to be. Spoilers. Sorry. Ruin the magic for people. Sorry. If you've never been, I am so sorry. But they're not really the people that you think they are. But which is hilarious because they have to come up with things on the fly when you ask them questions, which I love to do. I love messing with them if I can get away with it. For example, we met Chip and Dale after I bowed to Mickey and he bowed back, which was very emotional and got me almost in tears just for that. We went in, we saw Winnie the Pooh off in a corner with a queue a mile long already, and as much as I love you, Winnie the Pooh, I am not waiting for that long to meet you. Although saying that, we did wait 3 hours to meet Belle. So we probably could have waited to meet Pooh and be fine. But we met Chip and Dale, which was really lovely. They were both beautifully well dressed in their Christmas like waistcoats and hats and lovely. And I showed my tattoo, obviously. We then went all the way into the back, into Fantasyland, and went straight to the princesses because why the hell not? Because I've never done the princesses as far as I can remember. And walking in and up and into the castle and through that castle always gets me every time because it's so iconic. Then we went obviously to the Princess Pavilion, which we didn't realise was going to be the 3-hour wait that we waited. Granted, no complaints at that. It's just we didn't realise that was how long it was going to be when we joined the queue. But we joined the queue, and literally as we were stood in the queue, a black raven flew in, sat on the pagoda across from the Princess Pavilion, and just turned and looked right at me as I looked across. And I just went to my husband, well, Maleficent knows I'm here. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, there's a raven watching us. She knows I'm here. She's keeping an eye on us. Literally the whole time we were there, this creature, this crow, every time, this black raven crow creature, just anytime we went on a ride, would see it every time we were there, just fly in, just to remind us. Maleficent knows you're here. She's asked me to keep an eye on you. But we went in, we queued. The inside was beautiful with all the castles of the princesses and their items, or items that were used against them in Ariel's case, because the shell was there, which was really weird. I don't question it. Then we got to the end of the queue when you wait to meet the princess, went round the corner, and there was Belle in her full yellow ball gown, fluffy because it's Christmas. So it was her ball gown, but fluffy, which was really beautiful. I mean, she looked beautiful anyway in her yellow ball gown, but the fact they made it fluffy to keep the character warm was beautiful. So I was very careful and very respectful because I didn't want to touch the dress because it was that pretty. And I showed her my rose, which she was very, very fascinated with. I then asked her the question of how her prince was doing. And I didn't refer to him as the Beast. I said, how was Prince Adam doing? Which, if you are a Disney nerd, you will know is the real name of the Beast. And she took a second, bless her, but she did come back going, oh, he's well, thank you. And then later went, so which one of you, the characters is your favourite? Trying to trip me up, which I love when they snap back without snapping back. When they try and catch you out for catching them out, which was hilarious. We also met Jack Skellington outside Phantom Manor because he was there, but they don't do the same thing as the Americans do. They don't do the Nightmare Before Christmas layover. Phantom Manor just stays Phantom Manor, but they had him outside, which was lovely. I also saw Stitch as Santa Stitch, which was highly hilarious. He tried to nick Miss Sorcerer Mickey, which was bloody hilarious. Excuse the language. And then I went and saw Mickey by myself that same day that I met Stitch. And I got to tell Mickey. I showed him my tattoo. I showed him Sorcerer Mickey, had the ears on. And I got to tell him that I came when it opened 30 odd years ago. And his reaction was brilliant. He was in a waistcoat and everything. And his reaction was, it was funny. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off now, and I'm going to do another one in a couple of days, going into what the bed and board is and the situation with the dining experiences and stuff like that. And then next week, I will do another one just prepping what we're going to do to prep, ready to go. And then I will start filming ones for travel day and while we're in the park. So I hope you like this. I hope you enjoy my little Disney trip. And yeah, thanks very much.